Hey guys, Mike here. So today's cult classic review is 1983's Krull, starring Ken Marshall as Colwyn. In Krull, a prince gathers together a fellowship of brave men to help rescue his bride from an alien invader. And so we have Krull. So guys, this is a movie in this series that before reviewing it and watching it today, I had not seen it before. And to be honest, I don't think that I'd heard of this one before. I might have heard of it in the years, but I'm not really certain if I had heard of it. So I had no real expectations going into this one. So, what did I think of Krull? Well, the short answer, guys, is that I quite enjoyed this one. I feel that Krull found a nice balance between fantasy and sci-fi, and it was definitely one of the main driving forces to making Krull a really good time. Right from the very first action scene, I knew that this was going to be a really fun time. Krull doesn't worry about having a convoluted plot or super in-depth characters. It just wants to tell a super simple, fun story and really entertain the audience, and I'd say that it does that. Though these weren't the most layered or super in-depth characters, I did like how they avoided some cliches with them, because while Colwyn's looking for men to try and assist him to get his bride back, he comes across a group of prisoners, and right from the get-go you know who their leader is. And you take one look at him and you assume what his character's going to be like straight away. Only in it for a financial reward, doesn't really care about anyone, but may find his courage along the way. And while initially it does seem like his character's going to be like that, he quickly establishes himself as a very honourable character. He doesn't back down from a fight, he really respects his men, and he was just a likeable character as well. There was probably one scene where he showed that he was being a bit of a coward, but honestly, I saw it more as practicality than anything else. Because the whole building's crumbling around them, and he says, "We need to get out of here." And then Colwyn says, "No, we're going back for him." But then he immediately follows Colwyn anyway. So while it seemed like he was being a coward, you know, he was just being practical more than anything. Though I gotta say, I didn't really know any of the actors in this film. The only one I knew was Liam Neeson, and I was quite surprised to see that Liam Neeson was in this. And though, like everyone else in the film, he isn't exactly insanely layered, he still was an enjoyable character to watch. Honestly, it's really hard to pick a favourite character because I didn't dislike any of them, and they all had their roles to play within the story. Though if I did have to pick one favourite character, it would have to be the Cyclops. I love the costume and design of the character. He was really honourable, he was likeable, he didn't really say much, but when he did say something, it always had a purpose. And I just found him really interesting as well. Though obviously Krull has some massive issues. The story's very generic, the action and the dialogue are very stilted, and Krull ultimately is just very cheesy and campy. But you know what? I'm willing to forgive all of that because I had such a good time watching this one. And honestly, I wish the ending wasn't just so sudden. I wish we had a bit more time to explore the aftermath of the events. But no, they kind of just succeed and then the movie just ends. So guys, would I consider Krull a personal cult classic, and would I recommend that you guys should see it? Though I enjoyed this one, I wouldn't put it as a personal favourite. I've seen a lot of movies with very similar premises that basically just do the story a lot better. However, as for putting it a favourite in this cult classic series, I would definitely do that, because this is definitely one of the more enjoyable movies that I've seen in this series. And as for recommending you guys to see it, even though it is cheesy and campy and very dated, I would say give it a chance, because this movie is just quite fun and entertaining. And I can definitely see why people put this as a cult classic. Okay guys, that's my cult classic review for Krull. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Whatever you think, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!